There's a hidden crisis looming within the UK pharmaceutical research industry. Recruiting top quality graduates poses an increasing challenge. Clinical Professionals is a recruitment organisation that's not only identified the urgent need to plan for the long-term future of clinical trials, but it's taking action to ensure there's a gateway for talented people to gain the expertise and knowledge they need to enter the sector.
We are a business that adds value to an industry that we're passionate about, that we want to see grow, that if the government are ploughing millions of pounds into life sciences at the moment and we can't staff it, where does that leave us as a country? UK graduates now cannot get a proper gateway into an industry that offers the most, superb career. It's just an incredible environment to work with, and yet those opportunities aren't there.
I strongly believe that we actually are on the verge of a recruitment crisis, and because we are not pulling talent that we have coming through. And there's a lot of highly talented students out there who are keen, who have ambitions, who want to go into clinical research or want to go into life sciences in general, but they are not being given the opportunities and the appropriate upfront training in order to make their mark on society. And therefore, if we are only pulling from the ongoing talent that we have, it will dry up eventually. And this is a very sad thing for life sciences in general.
Having identified this growing problem, Clinical Professionals is not just talking about it, but has invested heavily in developing a solution. In a pioneering step, the business has self-funded a graduate academy and is recruiting graduates onto a fully funded professional training course. It's lobbying academics, trade bodies and the industry directly for their support in bringing new graduates into the industry.
I felt the only way to challenge this market is to give it what it needs, and it needs new, really, really good graduates or really good trainees that we are bringing through, that we're giving very high quality training, and that we don't stop there. We then go out in the field with them on site and we continue that development and training so that they are looked after in that first 12 months. If after that first 12 months the hosted employer wants to continue working with us, we can renew those contracts, or we can bring that graduate back in and take them through the second step of that training and start moving them up through the industry, but in direct liaison with the client.
What we can offer them is a group of highly talented individuals who are showing absolute aptitude within the industry. We've taken them aboard, we've spent an intensive 2 weeks training them on the critical components, and I strongly believe that we have some fantastic individuals who can be of great service, and they are actually ambitious and want to work and forge their career.
It's this absolute concentration on outcomes for its clients that's meant that in just 8 years, Clinical Professionals has become Europe's leading independent pharmaceutical research and development staffing organisation. It insists on hiring its own high-level clinical staff who bring essential knowledge and insight into the industry. They understand that work within the medical trials sector is critical and exacting, and it's crucial to ensure that people have the right skills both now and into the future.
There's so much demand. There are lots of companies that are interested in coming to the UK, and I want to attract them here. But there are a lot of reasons why they won't. The government wants people to set up the clinical trials here. Now, there have been a lot of issues with being able to set up with the NHS itself. So you really need these skilled people to do it properly. And you only get one shot at a clinical trial. If you don't get it right, that's a very, very expensive mistake. So it's important to get the right quality of people properly trained as soon as possible.
Clinical Professionals is at the forefront of its field, with partnerships across the medical research sector, placing candidates in 15 countries around Europe. The team have confidence that challenging the industry to plan for its own future is simply the right thing to do.
I have an absolute and utter belief that the industry I work within and the many contacts that I have made, who have all 100% said this is an absolutely brilliant initiative. So it's a personal and a company mission at the moment to make sure that we get the momentum going.
If we can get more and more companies thinking the same way, we can make a big difference to clinical trials being set up in this country. That will help the economy and it will help patients more importantly.